on time. I'm back. I have some boxes to unbox, and hopefully it should be a productive day. I used to hate seltzer water, but they've made it refreshing now. You know what I mean? I've always been drinking a lot of water. I stopped drinking like soda years ago. Only once in the blue I might have like a soda, like a ginger ale or something like that, but excuse me. But yeah, I've been off that. But I don't care about me seltzer water review. What's in the box? What's in the box? Boxes, plural. We'll get to that in a second, but shout out to Pelican Parts. I'm not sponsored by anybody, but you know, I always have to say that because, you know, they're getting free plugs from me. I mean, y'all see the commercials, y'all see the little advertisement on Facebook and everything like that. But the reason why I say shout out to them is because these two parts in this box, we're going to find out in a second. When I tried to order them before from other websites, they were charging me crazy amount of money just to ship them to my house. Now, you guys seen the video where I was driving vlogs where I mentioned these things and how frustrating it was for a $35 part. They want me to pay $411 for, you know, a freight charge to ship it to my parents' house where I got to do the work. I was like, I can't see, and you know, it's not logical for me to pay that. I went to Pelican, got the return line as well. I'm not even sure this is a return on this one, and I ordered it, and they shipped it 2 days for me. At first, I was concerned because I didn't see it, and I was going to be pissed off this weekend because I didn't see it in my emails saying they took the money, but I didn't see it in the email saying that it was shipped. But I called the company, and they said, oh, yeah, we delivered it. You got to check your spam. I checked my spam, still didn't see it. But anyway, I know you guys can care less about the backstory. I'm sorry about it, but you know me. I like to give you guys a history about what's going on. So I'm going to set up the camera, and we're going to unbox these things together. I got one of these from ECS as well. I gave it to my wife because she likes wine. So you have to sign up for this thing. And you get a voucher for wine. $100. But you got to sign up. Order, I think, about $50 worth of wine. And then you get the other. So that's just like documentation. Look at this. Oh, they gave me a little Pelican. I don't even know that. Look at that. That's kind of cool. Gave me a little towel. You know what I'm saying? All right, Pelican. Parts. Okay. Give me a little free something with it. Appreciate that. Gave me a little sticker. I put this on like one of my two kits. I don't like putting stickers on my car. That's not a thing. Other one. Okay, so fail. All right, so here are the two pipes. So, like I was saying before, like, why is it so short? Yada, yada, yada. It's short because they bent it right about here to fit it in the box. So, I don't think it should be difficult to bend it back into shape. I think the other companies that were selling them, like for instance, not FCP, but like when I saw the pipe on Tuner Sports and for the inlet, it was just like this, but it was actually the exact bends to the car. So with that being said, they had it situated where it was exactly the way it's supposed to be. So I guess they were shipping it fully, like, you know, intact, not bent like there where you gotta you gotta loosen up this bend to put it in the car. So based on that part number, if I remember correctly, this pipe right here is the inlet, and this one right here is the return, based on the part numbers. So they're already pre-bent and certain, like, you know, here go the bends that goes under the car and go to the little clips and everything like that, and that goes to the engine bay, and this goes right by the wheel well. I can tell by this bend to the back. So I should be okay. Now let's go look at the back under the car. So here are the old fuel lines. As you can see, that right there is sketchy as heck, and it gets down to here and all the way over there. It got some spots over there. So initially my plan was just to, like, you know, cut it maybe here and then do the whole little union and joint. But then when I decided, you know, Mike, you could probably make the pipe and do the other thing, and having the success that I had with this, I was like, you know, I'm gonna try to do the same thing. And then some people in the forum put me on to, like, you know, different places, and I looked up the part numbers, and I was like, you know what, this could be done, and it wasn't expensive for the pipe. I said, you know, I'll just buy it. And especially with these are a lot easier to take care of because it's just clips right here, which is one I replaced already in this one. So based on one of my assumption, this is the inlet right here, because this is where the fuel filter comes from. There's a pump pumping it through here. Boom. So this one is the inlet and this is the return, right? So it's just a matter of undoing these clips, undoing these hose clamps, and essentially just pulling it out from there in the front, and, you know, feeding them through. This is a vent line, I believe. Excuse me. So after that is all said and done, I'm going to readdress the brake line that's leaking in the front. So hopefully that gets done. So please bear with me. Hey, that look like it makes sense. Cause see right here, this line. Sorry, I'm pointing camera. That makes sense. So this is coming out right from the. This is coming from the in out through here. Boom, that way, right? And then this is going back straight into the tank. So it has to be a return. So this is the return. This is the inlet. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go around. I'm going to get the hoses, and I'm just going to kind of like this, kind of roughly lay them here, so I can get, like, you know, the angles that I need to get. Then I'm going to start going around and undoing these clips all the way down to the engine bay, and then, you know, the rest should be history. I'm just hoping they don't give me a hard time. A lot of them was giving me a hard time for the actual brake line. So as you can see, like, this clip is broken. I had to just break the tabs off of that one and that one over there. But we'll see. I'm gonna get it going. I'm gonna set up the camera. Hey guys, I know for you guys it's gonna be a few seconds, but for me it was like an hour. I had to take out all the clips, and as always, there's always one clip that's gonna give me an issue. What you hear in the background, let me pause it right here, is a sports podcast that my brother and my cousins and I we do every week, called Sports Talk with the Fam. I'm gonna leave the link in the description. Y'all can check it out if you guys are into sports. We talk about basketball and MMA and different sports and stuff like that. You know, we usually, every time we get together, we talk about these things and we have fun and we joke around, and, you know, I'm trying to get them into YouTube as well, and we're working on that. But anyway, so if you like it, just take a chance to, you know, click on the link, listen to a couple of episodes. That obviously a podcast, so they're gonna be like over an hour, but like, for instance, I'm working on the car, I have it playing in the background. If you guys would like to do that same thing, y'all can do that if y'all running, you know, washing dishes, etc., doing chores. It's something cool to listen to. All right, enough of the plug. So yeah, so it took me a minute. I took my dad's I guess angle grinder, and I just grinded this off because this screw got stripped, and it always happened, and I was just able to like pull this off. So I mean, it still holds it in place, and we have one here, and there, and it should be fine. I mean, I don't think it should be an issue not having a, you know, a clip here to hold it in place, and it's kind of still being held here. So fingers crossed that's not an issue. If not, I'll have to find a way to drill out this one and put a new face on it. But that's it. So what I'm getting ready to do now, I'm gonna go inside the car. I'm probably gonna do each line one by one. I don't want to do them both at a time. I don't want to, you know, mix them up, even though I know this should be fine regardless. I just want to kind of like, you know, take my time, get them situated, you know, and, you know, mock it up to the other one. So I'm probably going to start with the feed line, because I think that's the easiest one to dismantle in the car, in the engine bay. So I'm going to do that one first and run it through, and then take it from there. So, just want to catch you guys up real quick. I got one line in already. I got only one part of the back connected. I didn't really connect the front yet, because I'm going to leave myself some space to kind of play around with the brake line, so I can get, you know, more leverage, keep it nice and straight and taut, so then that way I can try to alleviate that leak before I finalize this stuff with the fuel. Here's the new fuel line. I hope you guys can see it in the sun. There it is, and put it underneath the Timbs. That's the new one. That's the old one. Now what I did, I just roughly kind of like put it next to each other and kind of bend it back into shape, because when they ship it, they shipped it kind of like compressed, as you saw earlier in the video. So I just have to open it up, which is not too bad, because it's only like kind of closed in the spot that goes underneath the car here. It goes to the other side. So let me show you that one. That's the old inlet right there, sitting there. And here is the new one that I put up. That's the new inlet. See, it goes here to the fuel filter, and then here is the other line right there for the return. So I'm going to do that in a minute. I just had to use the bathroom, and I'm just going to get like a cookie break and drink some of this water. My brother came, so he might give me a hand, he might not, depending on what he got to get done, and then I'll take it from there. So I just want to give you guys a quick update as to what's going on. I am going to, you know, run this through, you know, tighten it up down underneath, and then I'm going to work with the brake line and then make sure that doesn't leak anymore, and then I'm going to put all the hoses back together. So bear with me and see y'all. Sorry guys, I didn't film it. I mean, y'all saw me put in one line already, so I don't know if you guys can see it down there. Those two little yellow nubs. See if I get my light on. Bear with me guys, I'm sorry. Bam. See down there? Right down there. Those two little yellow caps. Hold on, let me get a better light down there. See the shadow. Yeah, see that? That's the two new fuel lines. The bottom one is the return, the top one is the inlet. I was messing around with the top brake line that's been giving me issues for the past weeks or so. Still don't have any luck. I mean, I re-crimped it, I reflared it, because I did have it a little too long, and I re-crimped it and everything like that, and It's just getting it to thread in there. I'm not sure if the threads on that little like distribution block is like, you know, stripped, so it's not really flush and it's not sitting in there straight on as I would like it. So I'm not really getting it to thread. So I just skipped it because my brother had to leave, and he was kind of like my eyes when I was under the car. But as you can see, the lines, the fuel lines are in. I put all the brackets on. All of them are on. It's nice and set up. Sorry guys for the weird angles and everything like that, but you know, do what I can. All right, so as you can see, no more rust. This looks so beautiful. These are all rusted before. These lines here were all rusted and looking all frayed. Now it's nice and solid. Everything's good. I put a new hose clamp here. It was using one of those kind of like, you know, ones that you squeeze with the pliers and etc. I did that, and it's all the way through. Let me take this tag off. Boom. So everything is secure. The lines, the fuel lines are in. Now I'm debating if I should connect the fuel lines, for the simple fact that you know, that brake line is giving me problems, and now that the fuel lines are not connected, I have more leverage and more space to really crank on it and kind of maneuver a little bit as opposed to before. But I don't want it to be open in the fuel and fuel smell and etc. Yada yada yada. So I'm gonna use the bathroom. I'm gonna come back out here. I'm gonna try to mess with that brake line again, see what I can get going with that. Hopefully that works, and then if that's good, reconnect the two fuel lines, tighten up everything, and I'll be a wrap for today. Shout out to David. I don't know if I mentioned this earlier in the video, but there's a guy named David in a BMW forum who also watches my videos. Shout out to him. He came in clutch a couple of times for me already. He sent me private messages on Facebook letting me know, hey man, go to this place called Bell Electrics, I think Bell Metric, and I got the new fittings. He said, oh, by the way, keep, you know, giving me words of encouragement, and he also pointed me in the right direction to a mobile welder. He saw my little video that I did the other day, driving vlog, saying that the welding parts was really, you know, giving me anxiety and it's kind of holding me up, and I want to get it done, and etc. and etc. And he put me on to this guy. So I emailed the gentleman. He's local to me in New York. He's in Long Island, on Long Island. He's not too far from where I live or my parents live, where the car is at, and he does mobile welding. So, you know, waiting for my friend, waiting for my cousin, those are good options. But at this point, this guy does it, and I've seen what the work that they've done, and he hit me back up in an email. I sent a little video so he can get a kind of idea what I need done, and hopefully if I hear back from the guy this week and the price are fair and not too expensive, then I'll get that done, and I can always tackle welding myself later on down the line when I address some of these rust spots on the car and yada yada yada. But the main thing is to get that subframe stuff taken care of so I can get the subframe bushings, put the subframe back onto the car. You guys already know this. The car ain't ready yet, so I gotta ride this home. This is for my daughter. We left it here, so we're going home. Nice little bike for her. Anyway, yeah, I'm done. So both fuel lines, like I showed you guys earlier, or the clip before this one, they ran through. I didn't connect them. The hoses are right here. The return and the feed. I don't want to connect them yet, like I said earlier, because I need that space for the top brake line that needs to be replaced and fixed. I did this off camera, but I wasn't there. My brother was here, so what I did, I took the old line, you know, put it up to the line that I had there currently, and I noticed that it was a little bit longer than the old line, so I kind of cut it a little bit because I do have a lot of slack in the back, and I recrimped it. The issue that I'm having is that it's not sitting flush in the spot. So I don't know if you guys can get, I can get the camera in and see, but if you look at it, see how it's kind of on the catty corner. It's not really sitting flush, so I put a screwdriver there to kind of bend it in the right way to kind of give me some leverage so I can screw it tight. But it's kind of giving me a hard time, and it's not threading. It threads a little bit, then it stopped threading, and it's just too much. So I will take my dad's advice and my mom. I'm just gonna pack it up. It's starting to get dark anyway. Just gonna pack it up, you know, regroup, come back here the next time and readdress it. I might pull the whole line out, you know, rebend it, make sure I got the proper angles, test that spot, and just make sure everything is straight before I really get carried away with it. Yeah, I mean, it felt good to come back and start working on the car again. You know, it's been a couple of weeks when I haven't been here. Last Sunday I was going to come, but then the parts wasn't here, and then, you know, my wife had something to do, and I didn't want to leave her with my daughter and our neighbor's kid by herself, so I decided to go with her. And then the week before that, I was helping one of my friends who helped me with my car, help him get some stuff done with this garage he was working on. So yeah, it felt good to be back. I'm gonna go do some more research online today and see if I can get the parts for the subframe and get those trailing arm bushings, get that ready, so the next time after I finish those the brake line, I can move forward with the subframe and start taking that apart and getting that situated and moving from there. Anyway, I want to thank you guys again for watching. I want to thank you guys again for the support. Shout out again to David for helping me out and giving me the information that I needed. Hopefully that guy, the mobile welder, will get back to me. And hopefully, fingers crossed, it's a decent price. It's not too expensive. And I can get that done and taken care of. And I can put that behind me. I don't have to stress about that anymore because that'll be finally completed. But anyway, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. I know when I post my videos, I put them on Facebook, usually in the E28 group. And I know in Facebook, when you go to YouTube, you might like the content, you might like the video, you might want to hit subscribe. When you press that button, it's going to take you to YouTube and it wants you to sign in and all that other stuff like that. And I know that could be annoying, but please, if you find it in your hearts of hearts, please help a brother out and log into YouTube. My YouTube channel is YouTube.com/MJNAJR. You can see all the videos I have there. I do have some old videos that I made back in the day. Sometimes when I stream on my PlayStation, a clip or two will go in there, but this is primarily the car channel. Also, like I said earlier in this video, I have a podcast that I do with my brother and my cousin called Sports Talk with the Fam. I'm going to put the link in the description. Feel free to look at that as well. Subscribe to that channel if you're into sports and you like to hear people talk about sports and get together. But anyway, like I said, thank you guys again for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Have a great week. Take care and God bless. I'm